Hi, I'm Jane Garapic, and in this video, I'm going to give you a very simple technique that you can start using immediately to really boost your confidence while dating. If it seems to you like everyone else has it all together, knowing just what to do to have a healthy relationship and making it look oh so easy in the process, well, you're struggling along, feeling like there's something wrong with you, well, you're not alone. I used to feel that way too. There always seemed to be someone who did relationships better than I did. I was constantly trying to figure someone out, trying to be the perfect girlfriend, always trying to figure out whether I should give him more space or show him just how excited I was about him. There was always someone I knew who had just this amazing confidence about them and their particular relationship. Just confidently being in it, seeing where it went, and not putting all their focus, right, and all their time and energy into it. Just they were normal about it, right? And oh, how I would envy her. I wanted to be that nonchalant too. I wanted to be like her. I didn't get it. I didn't understand that the whole point was that I wasn't her. I wasn't anyone else. I was me. When I wasn't involved with someone, I came across as self-confident, self-assured, and independent. But as soon as I was involved with someone who I really liked, I would change. Sound familiar? It suddenly mattered so much whether he was interested in me for the long term, and I would become more concerned about what he thought of me and whether he would fall in love with me than about what he was really like and whether he was really worth all the time and energy that I was spending on him. It took me a long time and all too many heartbreaking relationships before I finally came to accept that I was who I was. Yes, there were absolutely things I could change about myself, but the fundamental parts of me that made up my personality and made me uniquely me were all mine. And instead of looking at these other women, wondering what they had that made their relationships all look so easy and left them unscathed, whatever the outcome, I realized that I wasn't them, and I wasn't meant to be like them. You see, I hated how sensitive I was, how emotional I was, how soft-hearted I was. I wanted to be hard. I wanted to be strong. I wanted to be able to let everything just roll off of me. And I wanted to be able to easily detach emotionally instead of feeling so much and taking everything so seriously. I wanted to be the confident, strong woman that these other women all seem to be. I didn't want to always have to need someone to bounce things off of in order to feel okay. I wanted to be enough on my own. I wanted to be like them, not like me. These women seem to do all this just so effortlessly, and I came to loathe those parts of myself that made me so uniquely me because they didn't seem to have any value in these relationships or the dating world that I found myself in. So I thought there was something that was just so wrong with me. I had been made wrong. I had been born in the wrong time, in the wrong era. These were the things I told myself. There wasn't anyone who wanted the qualities I had anymore. No one wanted someone as sensitive as I was. No one wanted someone like me. Until, you know what, one day, fresh from yet another relationship that hadn't worked out the way I wanted it to, I wrote down everything that I hated about myself. And you know what? Suddenly, as I was doing that in that process, something different came to me. There had been no mistake. If I was here right now, the way I was at this particular moment, in this particular place, exactly the person who I was, it was because that's who I was meant to be. It was only because I was attracted to these guys who didn't appreciate or want the qualities that I possessed, that didn't want the me that was the real me. It was only because of my subconscious patterns and blind spots and programming that I was attracting them in the first place, not because they were the perfect men that I made them out to be in my own mind. It was like an epiphany. I just needed to find someone who was looking for someone exactly like me. Someone who would embrace these qualities I possess and love me because of them. It was such a wake-up call, and I clearly saw for the first time why none of these prior relationships had worked the way I so wanted them to at the time. It was because they were never meant to. We weren't a match at all because they didn't want someone like me. And here I was spending all my time and energy trying to be something different than I was. I was trying to become what I thought they wanted me to be instead of feeling confident about who I really was. Who I really was. So of course they were attracted to me in the beginning, only to change their mind when they found out who I really was and what I was really looking for from them. Because in the long run, there was just no hiding it. I was sensitive. I was emotional. Finally, I got it. And I decided to stop pretending to be something I wasn't. And I started to find and embrace my true self. And you know what? Shortly after that, the man who would become my husband, he came into my life. And this time it was different because I wasn't doing any of the pretending, and he wasn't looking for, and he was looking for someone exactly like me. He loved how deeply sensitive I am, how emotional I am, how passionate, how soft-hearted I am. All those things that I had learned to hate about myself, he loved. He was looking for someone just like me all along. And I finally understood for the first time that someone would never be able to find me, never be able to see the real me and be attracted to me if that's what he was looking for, until I found myself first, until I stopped trying to be anything but the real me. And if I hadn't stopped pretending to be someone else, he never would have seen me or stopped long enough to see who I really was. You see, that same sensitive and emotional side, that passion, that empathetic part of me, the caring and loving part, all of that on a level that I couldn't ever be without being just that way. And it's the same for you. So embrace those unique qualities you possess, all those things that make you uniquely you. When you can see these qualities in yourself with that kind of perspective, you can see how your essence, the you that makes you uniquely you, is what makes you a special gift to someone who is looking for exactly who you are. You just have to know who you are first. You have to let your true self shine through in the beautiful light of you. Know that there's nothing wrong with you. You are everything you are meant to be, and there's someone out there who is looking for exactly who you are. He might just need you to help them find you by being your very best true self. Now it's your turn. I want you to share your thoughts below in the comments, and don't forget to click the subscribe button so you don't miss out on anything that I'm going to be sending you. I'll see you in the next video.